Hey everyone, it's Bret, and sometimes I wear a beret, and Happy New Year! Welcome back to the floor. It is once again that time of year where I look at my entire collection, and I tell you if I was diligent and used everything, or if maybe some things fell through the cracks. I've really enjoyed doing this. It's kind of refreshing to pull things out of bins and show it off to you guys. Also to prove a point that I don't own every blaster ever. Let's do a quick reminder of my grading scale, 1 to 5. And I'll make a small addendum to the word used here. Previously I've said if I use it, that means I used it in a game. I don't know if that's entirely fair. I think if I brought it to an event, I showed it off at an event, then it kind of got used, so let's update it just a little bit. Number 1, not used. I have not used this or brought this blaster to an event for multiple years now. I may not even remember the last time it saw the light of day. Number 2, underused. I did not use this blaster or bring it out in the past year. Number 3, well used. I brought this blaster to at least one event in the past year. Number 4, very used. I brought this blaster to multiple events in the past year. And number 5, always used. There's a good chance that I brought this blaster to every single event I attended. Maybe I missed one or two, but there's a good chance that if I was going somewhere, this thing was coming with me. Now that scale, of course, does not speak to the quality of the blasters, the performance, the value, right? This just means, did I bring it out? Did I not? I like to actively use my collection, and if I have blasters that I can kind of point to as a 1 or a 2, there better be a very good reason for me to hold on to them, because I consider most of my collection to be active, not just for display. That said, there are some items in my collection that kind of do serve that purpose. You've seen my backdrop before. Start with a big box that's directly in front of me. Halo Limited Needler. Now, I did actually use this in the past year. Let me prove that I still have it. Also, by it, I do in fact mean the Needler. I didn't use the box in a game. I'm gonna give the Needler a 3. Bringing it out once every now and then in a low light environment is always a satisfying time, and my opponents love me for it. New in box, the Sharp 92? Wait a minute, yeah, I did use this in a game already. I showed in my video too that you can basically just put this back into the box and wrap around the packaging if you just cut the tape a little bit. So yes, this has been used, this has been modified. I brought this to a couple of games, and I owned it recently, so you know what? I'm gonna give this a 4. It's been really easy to pack, and it's been satisfying enough to use. For mega, or half darts, regular darts, I don't know, I like it. The Secret Soda Spy Blaster. I still have the box for this one, just because it was original enough. I did take this to Ragnarok Oktoberfest to show off. I didn't actually use this in a game this year, but that's why I kind of adjusted my list, the rules and criteria, because I showed this off and I used it at an event. I just didn't use this in a game, and I'm sure people are like, hey, Bret, when are you going to use a soda blaster in a game? Time will tell. So I'm going to give this one a 3. Drink up. And similar to the soda blaster, we've got the 3 drink bottle blasters, the ones that look questionably more alcoholic, but I guarantee you have 0% alcohol. I'm going to once again give these a 3. Do I have a loadout planned for these in the future? Maybe. Most notably now for living on my display shelf, the Lame Boy. This is an example of what I'll probably give a 2. I don't even know if I brought it to an event this year. If I did, I forgot. It can kind of get away with just being fun to look at. Mark Rober. Does this even count? Do I even need to talk about this? I mean, I did use it in the game. The whole point of this was to be used in the game. I'd love to get it signed as well, but you know, a man can dream. So technically this is a 3. Yes, the 3D printed Mark Rober blaster. It's a bag. The world's smallest Nerf blasters. I showed these off at Ragnarok Oktoberfest as well. I don't know if I actually brought these to any other events this year because why would I use them again? I've used them once, I've proven my point. Technically, I'm going to give these a 3 as well. There's always room for some potential with the world's smallest Nerf blasters. The X-Shot Me blaster. You know, the thing that I definitely can't get rid of because it's me, my face on a blaster. This, I think I also brought to an event to show off but didn't use. But I can't tell you which one that was, so I'm gonna be honest and give this a 2. Am I gonna get rid of it? No. I have 2 Night Finders on loan. I'm not actually gonna count these because they're not mine. I'm gonna return them very soon. The only reason I'm showing you them is to hint at a future video. Moving on. And then in this Nerf ammo crate, we have quite a few Mighty Mamas. We've got various colors. Thank you, Rad Artisan Nate, for giving me extra Mighty Mamas. I've actually, my Mighty Mama, which is, I just realized, underneath these other ones, I'm gonna give my Mighty Mama a 5. Since getting that blaster, I have brought it to basically every event, and it's the versatility that I love, right? You obviously have the whole little rocket platform that you can play with here. It's a lot of fun, and I'll throw the slightly less powerful but very similar little rockets into the same category. Just a 5. Hey man, I'm trying to film a video. All right, officially getting into bin number 1. What are that? The wrist, the rocket, flip switch, cream of corn, the grip strike. Is that it? Is it the grip strike? Am I right? Tell me if I'm right. Me? Editing me? Please be right. No, I have not used this. It's gonna have to be a 1 at this point. I've had ideas and they just have not come to fruition. You know this can fire N-series darts out the front? Did you care about that? No, but now you know. The Worker Seagull. That's its boring side. Now there we go. It is going to have to be a 5. This has just become a pretty solid option for me. Thank you, Out of Darts, for giving me a discount code when I begrudgingly picked one up. Ugh, I have a Harrier, I guess I'll buy a Seagull. Luke's like, please, Bret, you're gonna like it. Luke, don't tell me what to do. Okay, I like it, whatever. Mr. Pixelator, modded Pixelator from Luchathor. It's almost like this thing fights me for wanting to be used because it's in fact so uncomfortable. I'm gonna give it a 2. I remember bringing it out last year, but I don't think I actually got to bring it out this year. Will 2025 be the year of the Pixelator? Busby will rise again with the Pixelator. Why do I do this? Does the Nerf dagger count? I've used that a lot. I just got a Desperado from the Lazy Uncle's Nerf Club White Elephant gift exchange. I technically used it immediately there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a 3. There's not many months to kind of give it the opportunity to be used or not used, but hey, hammer shot, my Beret hammer shot with barrel kit, cylinder, parts. I'm going to give this one a 3 because I used it earlier in the year. It's a hammer shot, you know, it's nice. It's not crazy high powerful, it's just fun. Yes, X-Shot Blaster Corn, the best unicorn blaster of the year. There is no debate. There are no other unicorn blasters. Don't listen to the hearsay of other people with other unicorns. I'm gonna give it a 4. Technically speaking, of the events I've had since receiving this from Mantic for my birthday, thank you very much, who also put this in a unicorn box. Extra levels of humor. It's a single shot, but it's like, it does the flappy, and it's just beautiful. I love it. You cannot hate the unicorn blaster. The blaster corn is perfect. At the top here as well, the Nerf pen blasters. I got these from Bobo last year, so I guess there are 2. And there's 2 of them. So technically that's a 4. I can see things to do with the pen blasters. These are also in the category of things that are small. So if you're like, oh no, I haven't used this in so long, it's a pen blaster that fires a dart. You can hide it in your pocket and you're good. My Sledge Fire. I brought this to at least 1 game this past year. The Sledge Fire is going to get a 3. I always love being able to bring out the Sledge Fire. I've got a collection of 35 genuine Nerf shells, so like, I don't know, I'm golden. This Sledge Fire is gonna die with me. I'm gonna be buried with it. Boomco Halo M6. Hi, what? You like the Boomco? Are you a fan of the Master Chief? Did you like the new season of the Halo TV show? Did you hear it get canceled? Did I say that 2024 was gonna be the year of Boomco? The year we bring back Boomco? Gonna give this one a 2. It's ready though. I mean, it's got darts sitting there ready to go. And I've got more. God. The Nerf uppercut. You can't get rid of it because there's no way I would find another one in the future. I used you last year, not this year, so it's a 2. Am I gonna use it again in the future? Oh, you bet your butt I am, because this thing sucks, and I am going to absolutely show that to the world. Hiding inside my foam Mando holster is, of course, the Venom Pro. There's no way to give this a rating that isn't a 5. The Venom Pro was something that when I first saw it come out, I was like, meh. I eventually picked this up for retail cost. I was not sent one of these. and I've really enjoyed it since. Still not 100% sold or used to the rev on the back. There's some quality of life things that I still am a little unsure about, but I've had like one jam. There was a dart that got stuck. I'm pretty happy with the Venom Pro, not gonna lie. Not the highest performer, but man, does it deliver on the fun. The world's best Nerf Maverick. The Icon Maverick, which I almost dropped. Did I use this? Did I bring this to an event? No, I did not. This might be a 2. Or it might be a 1. Just because I featured it in a video doesn't mean that it gets any special privileges. Man, you poor thing. 1 jolt, 2 jolt, banana-ish jolt, 3, 4 jolt, actual banana jolt, and an X-Shot Menace. Let's give it a 3 for the overall collection. Am I gonna finally use this tiny Boomco air blaster? It's a 1, of course, obviously. What are you called again? Dart Zone Pro Mark II. I know there's a lot of other color variants that exist now, so it's never been a better time to buy a Mark II if you're looking for one. I think I'm gonna give it a 4. There were a few other blasters I think that took its place this year, which I would have used the Mark II for. Obviously there's some venues where I won't bring this to, but like, if I'm allowed to use it, and I'm not, trying to load up on like 6 magazines in a round that fire like 200 FPS, this thing's fun. And of course, the Strife X hiding in there too. Your battery is right here. I'm gonna give the Strife X a 4 as well. There were some events where I thought I was going to bring the Strife X, but like, because it's right at like a 160 FPS cap, I'm gonna just use the Venom Pro instead. I'm happy with it, and I've got the a reasonable stock choice to match it. Yeah, otherwise I've just got some full-length magazines and half-length magazines in this box. That is it. Next box. Bring the boat. Bring the boat. Boat, 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 boat. Ah. Well, not so subtly on top, we've of course got the rocket blaster, the rocket launcher. Am I dropping rockets? The M22X SP rocket, whatever its actual name is, I don't know. This thing gets a 4. There are certain games where I always bring this to, and it has become absolutely feared on the battlefield. That's not true. That's like one person who fears this blaster, but most people roll their eyes when they see that I've brought this out. Did I leave the batteries in? Yes, I did. Oh, we've got a new one to the collection. It's been hiding in my backdrop quite a bit recently, but I haven't totally addressed it. The Worker Terminator. Now this comes from Out of Darts. It's from their clearance section if you want to check that out yourself. Old worker blasters are quite interesting, and this isn't even like too old. I brought it to an event and it didn't really work because I did something wrong and I need to fix it. So because I got it fairly recently, I'm not going to give it any rating. Oh, you're not happy with that? Alright, it gets a 3. It gets a pass because I got it so recently and I still brought it to show off. Mega XL Double Crusher. I recently acquired this one from the Lazy Uncle's Nerf Club as well. Thank you guys. This is one I actually never owned, but I also just got this. Like, I literally haven't been to an event since I got this. So again, no rating. I'm legally allowed to skip this one. As you may expect as well, hiding in the bottom of a boat is a snake. The Roblox Viper Strike. Either I used it once this year, or that was last year and my memory has betrayed me. I'm gonna give it a 2. Oh yeah, and I forgot I made a mod so I could take off the front barrel. And of course, to possibly be exploited in the thumbnail again, or I'll choose something different this year, the Whiteout Long Strike. Not mine, just holding on to it. You know, felt cute. I own a Whiteout Long Strike. Did I bring it out this year? Editing Bret, check. If that footage is from this year, then it's a 3. It's just a Whiteout Long Strike. I don't want to modify this. It feels disingenuous to the blaster. Just me. If you have one, you can mod it, but this one is going to be in stock form. As you may have guessed, my competition Harrier, the one that I bring to all the events where I need to shoot a certain FPS with a certain amount of reliability, I will give the Harrier a 5. Again. It just is that blaster for me. So then, of course, riddle me this, Batman. Why did I buy myself a clear Harrier? Well, I did bring this to a game this year. A couple? 1, 2? It's a 3. I definitely used the other Harrier more because I owned it for longer, but when I saw they were making a clear Harrier, I absolutely jumped on that opportunity. Maybe one will supersede the other, or maybe one will be retired or auctioned off for charity purposes. I don't know, but the clear Harrier, it's a good looking blaster. That's it, folks. That's all I have right now. Maybe onesie-twosie things slipped through the cracks. Actually, one did. You know what's in my car right now? In the trunk? The N-Series Pinpoint. That piece of... Sorry, we're going into 2025 with a more positive mindset. Technically, I did use the Pinpoint quite a bit last year. Whether it was for whacking a piñata, or using the magazine to shoot at people. Have I been positive enough yet? The Pinpoint gets a 3. I used it at a few events. I don't know what the future of it is, but it's still hiding with me because no one wants it. I did do quite a big effort to downsize my collection. Things that I just didn't have a huge interest in anymore that I wanted other people to use. Basically gave stuff away for free just because I wanted people to actually do something with it. So now basically I have room to acquire something if it speaks to me. Something that comes up where I'm like, that's pretty funny. I'm gonna buy it because I have room now that I can actually store it and it's not just gonna overflow everything. And if you have a large collection and you like it and it doesn't take up too much space and you find it to be manageable and you're not completely financially strained because of it, then that's totally fine. Buy what works for you, be it for performance-wise, what works for your games, what interests you, your budget, your space. All of those factors should be something that you take into consideration. The collection is always changing, and I don't know what's going to come out this year, which might pique my interest. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time. Oh man, that's right. And you know how these end. I have to... Yeah. I'm going in the boat. Oh! I didn't make it into the boat.